Record us doing this. Okay. So this is going back to the beginning. Okay. You trying to. Okay. So look where your hands actually separate. You see it? You see that? All right. I want your hands to separate here. Like when that. You see how you're falling towards home before your hands separate, before that leg even comes down.
Yeah.
That leg's still at 90 degrees. All right. You're falling right there. All right. The leg kick doesn't necessarily have to be that high. It's a little high right there. Let's check this out. You're like right there.
Yeah.
Right. You can bring that knee right there.
Okay.
All right, so you don't necessarily have to leg kick so high. All right, I still want a good leg kick just to basically get the momentum going. But that leg, you see how your balance is coming up and you're falling?
Yeah.
And then you're sitting. You're like up and then you're sitting. And then you're breaking your hands and your legs coming out. So you're kind of going opposite. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you look at your knee too. So look at your knee and your foot. All right, that is throwing with really no hips. That's like hitting like this. All right, you see my hips right there?
Yeah.
All right, you as a pitcher, you're leading with your heel most of the time. You see how Drew Soren, he's like, right, that's what you want to think about.
Bumgarner pitches like this on the mound.
Yeah, so I'm not necessarily worried about the stance and the setup. All right, this heel should be lead. So when you lead with the heel,
yeah,
you'll feel your hips close out. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I mean,
So bring your leg up to the balance. All right. And then when you push your heel down, there you go. All right. So when you're thinking, if you're thinking of like on the stretch, all right, think of give the hitter a little more heel. See, you're leading with the toe there. You're coming up like this, and you're coming down with the toe first. All right. Show them heel. All right. And then this heel with the hips, boom, right? That turns over. And that's where you get momentum. That's where you get the leverage. All right, so let's think about that too, right? The heel.
Okay.
All right, the knee follows the heel, right? So the hips are really open right there. Everything else is really, I mean, you're throwing strikes. Everything looks pretty good. I sent most of this on the same video. All right, your elbows are coming up really high. All right, so you're kind of going.
Should be like this.
It should be more hand glove. All right, should be more hand glove. It's not a huge deal, but that's sort of like a hitch that's gonna basically knock out a little bit of momentum. All right, everything else. So we're talking about gait 2 and stride length. All right, that's actually pretty decent. That's not terrible. All right, I'd like to see a little bit longer and a little bit more flexible on that.
See if my arm flexes at all, or does it stay? Yeah, it doesn't bend like.
That's fine. Like that's actually a good throwing position. Most people guys go to their ear. Some people are really far out and throw pancakes. It's pretty good, dude. Everything's fine. Let's just think about obviously staying back, right? So that leg should be coming, here's my little squiggly. That leg should be coming out and down before you even really go. All right, before you even start going towards home. All right, so you see how your balance is just, you're like up, balance, and then you're like.
So I should be.
Yes, that's exactly how you should be. Okay.